stop eating haram food and started eating halal food?
That's a very good question. So my process of starting to eat halal food was actually very gradual. So while I was still a Christian, I was only eating haram food at first while I was researching a little bit into Islam. But I started learning a little bit more about halal food. It was very difficult though for me at first because you weren't living with me, so I had to start researching everything and asking a lot of questions. So in the early stages, I was going to the grocery store, I was buying haram food and halal food. So I had both in my house. So I was eating that, and eventually got to a point where I was only bringing halal food in my home, but I still had the haram food and I was eating that. And then I talked with Mubina about it, and then she's like, hey, if you're into this whole halal food diet, why do you still have that food in your house? So I actually started thinking about it. I'm like, it doesn't really make sense, because I was actually planning to finish all the food in my house and then only have halal in there. But what I ended up doing was like, you know what? I'm already eating halal anyway. I'm still Christian, but let me throw all of this food out. So I actually took all the haram food. I had like a lot of mac and cheese and other foods in there. I just threw it in the garbage. So my house only had halal food. I was not eating pork. I was not eating like certain haram meats and things like that, only halal. While I was still a Christian, and guys, this was one of the most pivotal moments for me to convert to Islam, because I started praying, eating halal food. I was basically living as a Muslim, but I was still Christian.
Before you come at us about the whole wastage of food and like people who can't afford food and don't have food, we do want to clarify that as Muslims, we are not allowed to consume that food, and we believe that what we don't like for ourselves, we wouldn't like for anyone else either. Because we don't eat haram, we wouldn't let anyone else eat haram either. That's not how it works.
So for example, if someone had alcohol, they were Muslim, they wouldn't give, well, first of all, they wouldn't have that, but they wouldn't give that to someone else. If they had haram meat and we went to like say McDonald's, I wouldn't buy McDonald's for like my Christian family, because that's not something I would consume myself.
Was there ever a time that you guys had to change your diet? How did that work? Let us know.